Let's now learn about Kubernetes namespaces. So namespaces allows us to organize objects in a cluster. Maybe we want to organize objects by team, department, environment, and pretty much anything that we can think of. By default, as you've seen throughout this course, kubectl interacts with the default namespace. So let me show you. In here, if I say kubectl get pods, so run this, this is the same as me saying -n for namespace, or namespace is the exact same thing, or actually -- namespace or -n and then default. So if I run this, you can see that we get the exact same output, right? So by default, kubectl runs against the default namespace. And to visualize namespaces in our cluster, right, we have the default namespace. This is where you saw all of those objects. Then we also have the kube system namespace right here. So we have two namespaces. In here, if I say kubectl get and then ns for namespace, you can see that we have the default namespace. We also have the kube system in here, but we have other namespaces such as the kube public and kube node lease right here. So currently we have 4 namespaces, but basically you can take your cluster and organize the way you want it. For example, you might want to have a namespace where you store objects which are related for logging purposes. For example, you might have a namespace which is for each department within your organization. So engineering, machine learning, so on and so forth. Or maybe you might even have a namespace where you just have tooling, for example. So these are like tools that you build yourself that pretty much just assist your applications. So it's completely up to you how you decide on how to organize your cluster. I've seen people trying to save money and having one cluster for all of their environments. So they have a cluster, and within the cluster, they have each specific environment. So dev, test, demo, staging, prod, pre-prod, whatever environment that they have, right? So you can do this, but I don't advise you to do this because you should have one cluster per environment. But if you're on a tight budget, then this is absolutely fine for you to do.